Okay, welcome to demonstration video number 3, part 2 for populating the employee earnings record. So we are on Alex Donaldson, and he does not make any voluntary deductions each period. His year-to-date Social Security tax earnings prior to the current pay period are $116,220, and he is paid with check 7110. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in, or go ahead and, because he's so close to the cap, I'm going to go ahead and take the 117,000 cap and what he's made so far to date. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the difference between the two to see what is eligible for tax under OASDI. So looks like only $780 of it is taxable under OASDI for this period. Okay, and then of course the next pay period, he would be no longer obligated to pay any Social Security tax or OASDI tax. So I'm going to go ahead and round this 780 times 0.062 to 2 decimal places to get a Social Security tax of $48.36. Or you can go ahead and take just 780 times 0.062 to get $48.36 and then just enter that in. That's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm just entering in the formulas of how I know how to do, and it's not required that you do it. This is my short version of doing it. You can go ahead and do it the other way if you wanted to. Medicare tax. Okay, remember there is no cap for Medicare, and he is not at the, Alex has not earned enough for the employer to impose the extra tax. So basically, I'm just going to say round his gross earnings times 1.045, or the 1.45%, to do 2 decimal places for a total Medicare tax of $16.87. There is no retirement contribution that we know of, or life insurance, or charitable contributions, or any additional withholdings. And his check number then is 7102. Net pay. Once again, I am taking I'm basically just taking his gross pay here, and I'm subtracting the sum of the federal withholdings all the way to the additional withholdings. Okay, even though he has nothing in there, I would like to keep that consistent. And his net pay is $858.26. Okay, that's that one for Donald. Let's go down to Jason. Okay, so Jason Kindler voluntarily deducts life insurance of $25 each. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right into the life insurance right away. His year-to-date Social Security tax earnings prior to the current period are $124,500. I know that he's over, so I'm going to put 0 in the Social Security tax. And he is paid with check 7103. All right. So with that being said, we don't need to calculate Social Security, or also known as OASDI, because he is over the 117,000 cap. Okay. Medicare will still be the same amount. He does not make enough yet to impose the extra tax. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take this gross pay times the 1.45%, 2 decimal places, for a Medicare tax of $7.58. His retirement contribution states that it's 13% of his gross pay. Okay, you might not find that here, but it was stated previously. And remember, you might have to do research, additional research. So I'm just primarily showing you how to get, or the steps of how to determine an amount. The information needed to determine that amount, you must go ahead and research that. Times the 13%, do decimal places. So his retirement contribution is $67.93. $25 for life insurance. Charitable contribution is 0. And additional withholdings are 0. Once again, net pay. I'm taking gross pay, subtracting the sum of federal withholdings up to the additional withholdings area. Net pay is $393.26. Once again, just taking gross pay and subtracting everything behind it. All right, last but not least, for Sam. He voluntarily deducts life insurance of $20. So I'm going to go ahead and enter $20 in here. And a charitable contribution of $8 each per pay period, $8 here. His year-to-date Social Security tax prior to the current pay period are $51,750, and he has paid with check 7104. 7104. Additional withholdings is $50 from our previous information. For Social Security tax, he is clearly not over the cap, so I'm going to go ahead and take his entire gross pay. Or before we do that, let's round it. I'm going to round this amount times 0.062 to 2 decimal places. Okay, see that formula? For Social Security tax of $71.39, and that doesn't look right because I forgot to subtract something. I forgot to subtract his withholdings. $50. Looks better. There we go. $68.29. Medicare tax. Okay, same thing. I'm going to go ahead and round this gross pay minus his additional withholdings and multiply by 1.045 to do 2 decimal places for a total of $15.97. Okay, basically what I did was I just took gross pay, subtract his additional withholdings, and then I multiply that by the 1.45%, which is the HI tax. Retirement contribution is 0. So that concludes everything that needs to be subtracted. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and take my gross pay, subtract the sum of federal withholdings all the way to the additional withholding tax. In fact, press enter. My net pay is $856.06. Okay, so that concludes video number 3. Demonstration number 3, excuse me, and the employee earnings record. The next video will be on your payroll register, which is basically just populating this information from what we've done in each of these here.